morning everyone, welcome back to my channel again. I am back. Today's video is to show you all how I am making this Maybelline Superstay Activewear 30-hour foundation work on my dry over 50 skin. I have the dog here beside me sniffing the makeup I've left out here. I'm going to try using a drugstore. I have done under eye cream on. Now the whole works, the whole daisy of the whole shebang on. So just put a little bit of this. This is the Catrice Beautifying Primer. Costs well, it's not available anymore, unfortunately. I picked up one of the last ones that was in my local drugstore. So what you are doing is I'm patting this my forehead. It gives the skin a tiny bit of luminosity, but you're not a disco ball. And I bring it down under the neck and the whole shebang, guys, okay? I go all out here. And you just keep patting it into the skin. Now, while I'm on here, I will tell you that the foundation is a good one. It's very long lasting. Powdering this thing is optional, especially if you're a lady of my age, over 50, and you have dry skin. So I'm going to show you the mistake I made the last day when I applied this, when I first reviewed it, was I had never used it before. Therefore, girls and boys, I wasn't entirely sure how much you required. And as it turns out, thankfully, you require fuck all. Pardon my language, I'm just getting a piece of tissue. I've wet my Nikea dry sponge and I think I've overdone it. I was overzealous with the water and now it's a little bit too wet for me to use with the foundation. Okay, now a bit of tissue. That does that. Now, folks, I cannot get you in any closer, so this is it. Take the foundation out. That's still a little bit tacky, but it's good enough for me to put the foundation on. So take the foundation, back of the hand. This is what you need for the over 4. 1, 2. Tiny amount to start with, boys and girls. To start with, you don't need much of this shit. Sorry about that interruption. I had to go and get myself a mirror. That is, and this, oh my God, it has a 5X on one side, so we won't be using that. Right, so I'm going to look down in the mirror and I'm going to apply this foundation. So you literally dot the tip of your beauty blender or whatever you're using, your sponge, dot around the center of your face. A little bit on your forehead. Don't go mad. There's no need, this shit travels. As the expression goes. A little this goes a very long way. Okay. Then you blend just this little tiny amount into your skin using your sponge. So as you can see, as it's going on, it is quite a pale colour, but I'm not going ham on this in terms of how much I use. I put my e.l.f. Holy Hydration Eye Cream on this morning. My eyes and around my chin are particularly, around my mouth are particularly dry. They're my kind of dry spots, okay? So we are, as you can see, we are popping the foundation on. A light coat of it. You have to remember, you have to be careful. I know the youngsters will pack this on like as if they're putting it on with a shovel. But if you, the key here is to persuade it not to sit in my lines and wrinkles too badly. So I take another little squirt, just a tiny amount. Okay, and I dip my tip of my beauty blender in. And this, my friends, is for the cheeks. A little bit extra on each cheek. And then I dip the butt into whatever's left of the butt. Okay, and then, my friends, we blend like fuckers. Blend like there's no tomorrow. We blend it up. I'm not really going, not deliberately going up near the eyes, but if a little bit gets up there, I'm not going to say anything or complain. Okay. I had a very beautiful keto breakfast this morning. I meant to I'll put a picture in here. It was yummy. I really enjoyed it, I have to say. Full as a pinkine's arse, pardon the expression. Right, and I'm literally gonna pat it on my eyes as well. Now, that's the foundation on. You can see the tiny amount that I have put on there. It's simply because this stuff is so high coverage. Like, my problem the other day was, and I think this looks beautiful, the other day was I put too fucking much on. I looked like a clown. Whereas I've learnt, a smaller amount of this shit, I'm using Neutralizer. Goes a long way on your eyes, and I mean on your face. If you use a small amount, it doesn't sit into any of your fine lines or your wrinkles. Okay? A small amount goes a long way with this, right? And then pop my Neutralizer here in the corner, in the inner corner and in the outer corner. And I'll even pop a little bit up here because I'm going to need a bit of eyeshadow primer. Put a little bit down my smile lines. And a little bit on my chin. A little bit above my chin. And around the nose. Just make sure I don't have any. Now, next thing you do is fuck all, lads. You just sit there and you let this cook on your face. Let the foundation cook. Well, not the foundation. The concealer has to cook. So I take my bronzer, a little bronzer brush, swirl it around. This is the W7 dupe for that big expensive one that Chanel do, the Bronze Universal. So below where I have the concealer, I stick a little bit of the bronzer. Just to give my skin a little bit of colour. I don't touch where I have the foundation, where I have the, Maybelline concealer. All the products I'm using will be linked in the down bar, okay? And that's it. I then take Nikia Joy's little spongy mungy, and I start to blend out that concealer. It's been on for a couple of seconds. Start it on. This is I refer to that eye as my bad eye. You know, if I have one eye that's got deeper circles or wrinkles more, or it's just a pain in the ass. Well, this is my pain in the ass eye. They're both a pain in the ass today, lads. And this is another long video, guys. But you guys don't mind, you sit up and watch it. I know you guys. You guys don't mind a little bit of me chatting to you. I just wanted to give you an update too on the whole menopause situation, the HRT. I'm on it a few weeks now, lads. And I just thought that you over 40s ladies might be interested to know that it's a great tool if you're in your perimenopause. Okay, I'm finding it very, very helpful with my night sweats, and my mood has improved a bit. I'm not as tired as I was. There is so many benefits to using HRT, lads. And I know if you go to your GP, most of them will tell you, oh yeah, you'll get cancer. Well, you know what? We're only halfway through our lives, you know, and we're deficient in something our body needs. And the new stuff is plant-based, so there's no risk. The doctors are full of shit. Especially if you've never had breast cancer before, you have no fucking risk. Or if your mammy didn't have it. And even if it is in the family. Now, I am lightly dusting, well, a little bit of the Catrice powder. Now, I'm literally, put a tiny bit on the big brush. Do that. And barely tap it under the eye. Other side. Now, I normally, you don't need to set this. But I am, because I am going, it's raining out. And I'm going to have to bring Her Highness downstairs to do her poo-poos. That's the foundation on. And the bronzer is on. And my skin, it's a little bit tacky. It hasn't fully dried down. I won't add any more. It's still a bit tacky, tiniest amount. But I won't add any more until I see till it's full. Let it dry down for a couple of seconds, right? So I take, I'm using the Luna by Lisa Jordan palette. I'm using the bronzer that comes in that, the blush and the highlight. And there's also a little eyeshadow thingy there. I'll use that too. Top off the brush with the bronzer and I just use it to sculpt out a cheekbone a little. Don't go mad with it. Under the chinny chin in an attempt to hide the 4 chins caused by fucking knockdown. Okay, next, blush, tap, apply. On top of where you put your bronzer. I'm using a MAC 109 brush. Would you do this? Very old brush, just very old brush. It's lasted me for years. That's one thing I have to say about MAC products, especially their brushes. Right, that's that done now. I know it's not a huge amount of makeup. Then I don't feel I need a load. Then I turn to the other side of the brush and I just tap on the highlight. I got this palette for €15 in my local pharmacy, which is why I actually bought it. If it had still been at the 30, actually, did I buy it in my local pharmacy? No, I bought it in Minute, in the pharmacy in Minute, in over at Manor Mills shopping mall, because they had it on, I can't remember the name of the pharmacy, I think it's Hickey's. They had it on half price and I was waiting on my glasses to be done. That is my foundation, that is my blush, that is my bronzer, that is my highlight, and I'm just going to... It still hasn't fully dried down, which means my moisturizer is very good. Next we have the eyes, and on the eyes I'm using the Color Riche Tattoo in Beige by Maybelline. This is it. Just on a finger. It's a Monday. I couldn't give a rat's backside what I look like. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm just going to slip on a tiny bit of this. Just to a little something something. And I'm blending, putting it on with this finger, blending with the other one. Just a little something something on the eyes. So I know I made an effort, you know. The rest of the world won't give a shit, but I'll know I made the effort to look decent. And then on a clean finger, I'll take out of the highlight in that palette, and I'll literally very gently just pop a little bit on the outer corner on the brow bone. Just to give a tiny little bit of shimmer. But without going mad. Now I am going to show you, that is all the makeup I'm going to wear today. Very little. It's a lot more noticeable in the flesh than it is on here. The skincare I used this morning was really moisturising, because I do find with this foundation it will dry the shit out of your skin. So I am going to have to add a tiny bit of powder around where the mask is going to go. Otherwise, I might get some transfer. And let me feel that. Fully dried down now. My hair is next. So this is like a mini get ready with me. So I just thought I'd update you on that HRT. I'm on the patch a few weeks. I have noticed a huge difference in terms of the night sweats, the hot flushes, the mood swings, you know, the usual shit. Because I've been the moodiest fuck. You know, I was just thinking to myself there for a good few days. I'm so glad there's no man living with me. If there was, he'd have fucked off a long time ago. Right, I'm using my GHD hairbrush just to brush my hair. It's soft, it's shiny, and I don't really need to do anything with it style-wise today. Nothing, just brush it. Oops. Right, and that's about it. Oh, it's a little bit fly away this morning. And that, my friends, is me done up for the day. And I'm going to come in close and actually look at that foundation. My friends, this stuff, it is good. I am enjoying it. It isn't. It is so much better when you put it on in a thin layer. Right, lads, I hope this was helpful. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And this will be going up tomorrow, which is Tuesday at 12 noon Irish time. So when you see this, the previous one with the review will have been up where I was cake face. So this is how I make this work on my 50-year-old skin. Have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider clicking the subscribe button and joining my little family here on YouTube. You'd be very welcome. I try and post videos once a week, twice a week if I can. So have a lovely week, and I will see you in next week's video. So take care, God bless, and thanks for watching. Bye.